All right, y'all. Had to come live from my Divine Feminines today, give you your updated live Divine Feminine reading. This is going to be about your Divine Feminine energy that you can expect, depending upon where you are in your journey. We're all in different places of our journey, and that's okay. So you may want to watch this video. You might need to or feel led to watch other Divine Feminine videos that also provide amazing. I'm gonna turn it down in a minute. That also provide amazing inspiration for my Divine Feminines as well. Hopefully you guys can still hear it, right? All right. As long as you can still hear it. Because I'm gonna be jamming the whole time. I don't know about y'all, but my vibrations are high. My vibrations will be high. I'm gonna push this back a little bit. I try to bring it a little closer to me so I can, go through the comments a little easier. But that may not necessarily be my calling for today. So, with that in mind, I'll keep it going. All right. Divine Feminines, what I'm going to also be bringing to the light today is energy around starseeds, energy around otherworldly connections that also connect with the Divine Feminine journey. So, let's get started. I'm going to start off with the goddesses in general, just again, so we can get an overall energy. I will be coming live weekly. I'm committing, guys, at least through the end of the year, to come live through the end of this year, every weekend for Divine Feminine reading. So I look forward to seeing you guys there. I'm going to try to put them out ahead of time so you at least know what time I'm coming. It's probably going to be on Saturday, but sometime during the weekend. Usually I like to do my readings Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, just depending upon how I'm feeling. So I'm going to commit to every weekend. So let's identify first what energies we have around the Divine Feminine. Now, again, these readings are timeless. I will be coming weekly to provide messages for you. But I, again, feel like these messages just depend upon where you are in your journey, period. So we have energy here. So we're going to be working around the energy. And like I said, when I first came on this message, to me, the whole message is around energies that are kind of otherworldly and what's impacting my Divine Feminines. So we also have laughter here. So we have two goddess Shakti and goddess Ozume, and I might be saying that wrong, but Uzume, which is the goddess of laughter as well as your energy. So another reason why I'm keeping the vibes very high right now, because I think that's so important, especially with the 1111 portal we just had. I don't know about y'all, but that 1111 portal, I love to know how you guys were feeling around that 1111 portal. Oh my gosh, and as soon as I said that, this is what I swear that I felt. I know this seems kind of graphic, so some of you might want to tell your little ones to go like this or something. But look at this, opening up for the Divine Feminine. Look at that. So this is another goddess. This is goddess Sheila Nagig. Then we have Pele, which speaks to the awakening. And then we have Yemaya, which speaks to surrender. So this is like, I feel like there's been a force, like, that's forcing us to surrender at this time. Oh, this one also wants to come out. We also have boundaries here. Good morning. How you doing? How you doing, Marsha? So yes, so, we have Durga here as well, which speaks to boundaries. We got that, I think, last week when I came live. We got Durga too, but that spoke to really, was I here last week? But the last time I feel like I came live, we spoke to boundaries, but that was in regards to your gifts, you cutting off your boundaries. So I feel like we might need to go into that conversation as well. Good. I'm doing good. I'm telling y'all, I really would love to hear how you guys did on Thursday. Thursday was like a tipping point for me. I mean, I don't know how you guys felt, but it was almost like I was gradually, like, because I've been dealing a lot with, like, just shadow work and triggers and just dealing a lot with that. And so it seemed like on Thursday, it just hit its point. It was like a culmination of all these different emotions from the past, from young, doing a lot of inner child work, all of that, and then turning it around to, like, finally, like, release it almost. That's kind of the energy that I felt, a feeling of releasing it. And so, which really brings in a new energy now of kind of, I want to say, a meditative energy for me. So that's my journey right now. Another level of awakening, of course, because again, we know that there's so many levels, and you're constantly kind of moving up this like ladder of awakening, right? So I also felt like another level of awakening. I also felt this opening up, this again, like this a major shift. And I had no choice but to surrender, to be honest, you know. I mean, I had no choice but to surrender. So how many of you had to surrender this last week, or you had something that culminated to a point where you kind of felt like, oh, I gotta deal with this now or never? Like, did you guys feel that? So if you guys felt that, please feel free to share that here. So let's just go a little deeper into this. I'm gonna go a little deeper into the energies that you may be feeling after you go through that. So again, we're all on different parts of our journey. So if you haven't gone through that yet, you may be going through it soon. A lot of times the energies, you know, it again depends upon your journey. Yeah, so definitely some past situations came up that I had to deal with. Yeah. And it's almost like shit you feel like you dealt with already. You're like, didn't I deal with this already? Like, you know, I even found myself on that day, like, I'm not dealing with this no more. Like, I was just like, nah, like, we're not going to be dealing with abandonment issues anymore. Like, how long are we going to keep saying, you know, we're going through these abandonment issues, you know? So I was just like, I'm not going to be like 56 years old, talk about, you know, 50, 60 years old, talking about, I still got abandonment issues. Like, seriously? Like, at what point are you going to heal from that? You know, at what point are you going to forgive and let it be and heal from that? And, you know, and I was being kind of harsh with myself, but I felt like I was being harsh with myself on purpose. I mean, if that makes sense. Because it was like, damn it, I'm not dealing with this shit no more. Like, you're going to heal and you're going to heal right now, goddamn. That's how I felt. You said it made me realize that I still have more to heal, and I thought it was over. Absolutely. Now, of course, after I kicked myself then behind a few times, like, okay, you're going to deal with it. I had to also come to that point where it was like acceptance, right? It's like acceptance of the fact that this is still here. This is still, and it's a part of you. It's almost like, okay, this is going to be a part of you. This is like a part of your spiritual soul journey. Like, you know I've had past lives where I've had very clingy fathers, kind of even one like where it's more of an Asian, like, you know, pastime, where it was like, you know, I had all my family with me, and it was almost like I was trying to get away from the father energy because I was trying to get more into my feminine energy. So it was like being overcome by all of this masculine energy, do this, like that, and always, and never feeling free and wanting to do beautiful things, but again, having this sense of judgment and all of that over me the whole time. So I know that was one of my past lives where it was like, okay, you know what? I don't want that. I need freedom, you know? I need some freedom. So I knew that this past life, like this lifetime here, I chose my parents. I literally used to say when I was younger, like I was like, I know I chose this life. I know I chose my parents. I know this. And it is almost like you still feel like, even though you chose it, you still feel like they did you wrong. Like, you know, they did you dirty. Like, you know, how you gonna do me dirty like that? Or whoever, not to say anything, you know, my parents are, you know, beautiful people. But what I'm trying to say is like, it's like, again, whatever you're kind of going through, it's like, you know, you kind of forget because you have this veil of forgetfulness that comes over you when you birth here, right? But mine is not that strong. I have like literally been here so many times. I've been so reincarnated so many times as a spirit. So therefore, it's like when I came here, it was like, to me, what I used to say when I was young, let me tell y'all how I used to say when I was young, like, it's like a board game. It's like, I feel like, you know, like it's people up top playing games with my life. Like, it's like they like, soon as you're doing this, like, oh, I'm going to drop this person right here. So now they got to deal with this hurdle. And then as soon as you get past that, I'm going to drop another person right here. So they have to deal with that hurdle. And then I keep on going. I'm going to drop a person over here. And then, you know, so it's like you're constantly going through new hurdles. It's almost like a test. And I used to say it's like almost like chess. it's kind of like chess, like, you know, okay, well, as soon as I go here, they're going to put something here. But as soon as I get that knight and go over here, I'm like, oh, they're not going to catch me over here. They'll put something over here, like get back on track kind of thing. So I used to say that when I was young. It was a lot of things I used to say when I was young that was ultimately, you know, I want to say beat out of me, but not necessarily like physically beaten, but again, mentally like beaten out of you, right? So, you know, even like a sense of entitlement, you know, a sense of, you know, love for like my best self, or a sense of like you, like I deserve everything. I don't deserve anything less. Even that to some degree was kind of, you know, beaten out of you. So when you're going through those challenges, now what? You see what I'm saying? So it's almost like it puts you on track to where you're like, oh, okay, so this is what I'm supposed to be dealing with right now. How you guys doing? Yes, you said it's been a heavy week for me. Yes, changing perspective. Yeah. So hopefully you guys have, if you haven't already, you're getting to a place, or closer to a place of acceptance of who you are. Like again, like I said, you know, what I really am realizing more and more, it's almost like just taking the rose colored glasses off. Like this reality is almost like taking, which one is it? The red or the blue pill in the Matrix. It's like taking that pill and recognizing, and then like when you get back into the Matrix, it's like coming back into the Matrix, but you already took that pill, you already saw Zion, and now you're headed back to the Matrix, and you're like, really? You know, like this is BS, you know? So, and that's kind of how I felt for many years, you know, and I still kind of feel that, you know, and even a longing for, you know, the oneness back with spirit, this amazing, you know, feeling of grace and love, unconditional love from spirit, which you don't necessarily find when you're being reincarnated. So when you're coming back to this plane, right? So just to give you guys some thoughts, some things that you may not have thought about before. Maybe this is something you have thought about before. You know, I try to tell people, you know, make sure you kind of go back to some of the things that you learned as a child that you may have even forgotten. You know, some of the things that innately came to you, not learned as a child. I apologize for that. Something that you innately did as a child. See what that was. See what that was actually all about. You know, see, and if it was kind of beaten out of you, or it was like laughed out of you, or, you know, whatever it was, somebody was trying to get you to turn a different direction because they didn't accept who you were as a child. So now you've had to adapt, and now you've created coping mechanisms to deal with what wasn't accepted as a child, and now you're here. You see what I'm saying? And so now you're having to pull back these multiple layers of coping mechanisms, one after the other, in order to get down to the core of what your issue really is, in order to really now accept it. So it's like accepting parts of you that's been shunned, accepting parts of you that's been, you know, minimized, demonized, and going back to that and obtaining that again and loving that, and loving that part of you. So that's where a lot of that inner child work comes in as well. So, so yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Y'all hear my music, right? Hey. Okay, so let's look at the energies. I want to look at your emotions. You said, yes, I really want to look at your emotions. Let's see what's going on. How you doing, Autumn? Yeah, let's check out you guys' emotions. Thank you, Holy Spirit, ancestors, angels, and guides. The energies centered around your emotions, some of the energies that you, ooh, thank you, Holy Spirit, ancestors, angels, and guides. Ooh, there it is. Yes, and this is what I'm feeling, like this interconnection with everything. Look at that. Look at that. This is like you, and you connected with everything. You connected all the way. Like you're a part of this cycle of life that has never ended. I keep getting the message. I've been getting the message for a minute, but it's really been heavily for me for over the last week or two, speaking to death is an illusion. And listen to that. Death is an illusion. Death is an illusion. So you're here for a moment in time, a small speck of moments in time, you know, and then when you dissipate, it's not like you're gone. It's like your physical self. And now I just heard relieved. It's like a level of relief because now you're back with the ultimate, you know. So it's, someone said to me not too long ago, do not treat man as God. So it's like God has this power. God has this omnipotence. God is our source and our salvation. Amen. Hallelujah. I'm just saying it's Sunday. I do have a Christian background. Grew up and raised. So, you know, with that in mind, it's like, you know, trying to put that same thing on people, individuals, like, you know, or on your mates even, you know. Now, I'm not saying let somebody trash you, but at the end of the day, it's kind of also like we all are going through a learning experience, right? So this is about that interconnection with that. So the energies in both of these actually are very, which is beautiful. And I'm kind of seeing that Kundalini rising in both of these images here. Look at that. Okay. So let's go a little step further here. What else do we have here in regards to laughter? Because one of the things right now I'm hearing take things lightly. Like if you are suffering right now, kind of give yourself some space. Try to take some of the pressure off. You know what I'm saying? Like take some of the pressure off. The message that came out is love that you are different. So this is that acceptance, right? So this is going back to that acceptance of your child's self not being accepted, right? So this is that level of acceptance that these different things that you bring to the light. Like, you know, I tend to speak to a lot of people and they're always like, but what is it that I can do? Like, you know, that same person has done the same thing. All these people have done the same thing. The market saturated, XYZ. But the way in which you do it and your unique gifts are so important to that one thing that's going to be different from somebody else's. So that you're special, you being special is what's important for you. Is what makes you step away from the crowd. It was what makes you, which is amazing. So loving that you are different is very important here. So this is acceptance of all the pieces of you. Like this looks like a rabbit, rats with wings, look like a fairy with hair, and it's a raccoon. It looks like this is like, you know, this is something that's unique. You see what I'm saying? This is accepting all those unique parts of you, regardless of what other people think. You feel me? All right, guys. Let's see what else. So we also have awakening here. So let's go ahead and talk about this level of awakening for some of my divine feminines here. I said some, but I meant to say all. Wow, washing away your burdens, guys. Look at this. Washing away your burdens. This is about letting the tears come if you need to. And if you are going through these harder times, this is just letting you know you're breaking through to another level. Are you welcoming your new level? Are you welcoming your new level, guys? I'm going to also provide some... I have a few messages here that I wanted to give. So we're going to start off with the goddesses. We're going to go into love. We're also going to go into, I think I might do advice for each sign, but I'm going to just see how far we go and how long it is, right? All right, guys. Okay, nurture all that you love. Okay. So now this is that awakening right here. So again, this is that acceptance. So again, acceptance of not just yourself, but others. I feel like I have a lash out of place. You guys see me? Y'all see anything? All right. So yeah, nurturing all that you love. This is, you know, acceptance of everyone and their faults. Again, I want to give the caveats that you don't have to accept shit that you don't want to accept, period. But this is accepting those at who they are, at the place they are, in the moment in time that they are in, if that makes sense. So everybody, we're all going through a journey, right? Who you are today is not who you were yesterday. Wouldn't you have loved to be accepted at who you were yesterday, or who you were as a child, or who you were before you woke? You feel me? So it's that level of acceptance regardless, which I love, okay? All right, I'm about to turn, I'm going to slow it down for a little bit. I'm going to slow it down for y'all for a minute. I feel like I'm a DJ right now. I'm going to slow it down for a minute. I'm going to slow it down. I'm going to slow it down for a minute. Let's see. Hold up. All right, guys. Can you guys hear the music? Let me see. Is this it? Okay, yeah, I'm slowing down. Can you guys hear? All right. Guys, I'm hot. Ooh, Lord. You said, what are you saying here, Autumn? You said it's faint. Okay, I'm going to turn it up a little bit. I tried to turn it down so I could really give my deep message. That was me trying to get deep there for a minute. But I tell you, I'm hot. My ear is hot. My ear was hot before I came, okay? So I'm already like, whoo, Lord. All right. So right now, this is like a new level of opening up. Again, this is coming after the awakening. So after the awakening, now, you feel me? Now it's like us opening up. Now, I've always said that the divine feminine is a portal, especially that energy. You have a portal in your heart. I feel as though you have a portal that comes from your womb as far as birthing as well. So all of that to say, this is like after this awakening, now it's like a portal is opening wherever your portal is. This one specifically speaks to that womb, your womb portal. I know the picture's kind of, a bit, but if it was like a beautiful, like young woman, wouldn't this be like really sexual? But now it's kind of like, let's just show that part there. I don't know if you want to see up here. Do y'all just want to see that? Y'all don't want to see that? Hello guys. So let's just see what this opening up, because I really feel like this is a sense of opening up your heart chakra, opening it all up. That's what I'm saying. Oh, and exactly what comes out, being vigilant as well as the divine feminine, embracing the divine feminine. So this is embracing that. You see what I'm saying? That's embracing that divine femininity, okay? And then even here, she's pregnant, right? So again, this is that portal and being vigilant. So I kind of want to look a little deeper into that. Let's just take it an extra step further, like advice for my divine feminine around how to be vigilant when it comes to embracing their divine feminine qualities, this portal. I'm hearing take care of yourselves, rest. I'm hearing that as well. What advice do we have for the divine feminine regarding opening up? Because this is opening you up to another level. You see what I'm saying? Let's see what's going on. Opening you up. Divine feminine energies, open divine feminine energies. Okay. Okay. We have home here. We have home. And at the bottom of the deck, we have family. So we have home and family. So this is that red chakra energy. So again, I feel like closer you get to opening yourself up, taking this new level of awakening, you're having to address a lot of family concerns regarding your family, your past, your family energy, your belonging, your tribe, your community. So this is again going back to that level of acceptance, right? A level of acceptance with your tribe, with your community, and feeling safe. So this is a level of safety here. So it's like the divine feminine is opening to a new level of safety. Now, I've spoken to you guys before, and I'm about to go off. I've talked to you guys before about safety and how you really are protected. Like you are, like, it's so interesting how we look to more masculine energy to protect us, but we're like the fiercest energy on the planet. Like when it comes to your family, when it comes to your home, when it comes to your this is what, now I understand because this is how I am, but when it comes to your family, when it comes to your kids, you're really ride or die. When it comes to your man, you be like ride or die. But then when it comes to you, I've had this conversation even with my mother. I was like, well, why do you do this for me, but you didn't do it for yourself? And she was like, well, because you're my daughter. Of course I'm supposed to do it for you. And I'm like, yeah, nah, you need to do this for yourself. Like, I don't understand why I'm coming before you. And I'm over 40. You feel me? Like, I'm just saying, you feel me? And like, she's over 60 and borderline 70. You see what I'm saying? So, but it's like this misplaced belief that, others are more valuable than ourselves. So again, I feel like this is a part of us that we're having to awaken to, accept that no one is more valuable than us. Like, it's kind of like you got to put on your oxygen mask before you can put on somebody else's oxygen mask while you about to go down in a plane. You're going to put theirs on first and they're going to survive and you're going to be dead. I'm just saying, you can't help your child once you're dead. I'm just saying, okay? So this is that energy of doing for yourself and feeling okay with that. Accepting your faults, accepting your flaws, and feeling okay about that. Accepting the fact that these flaws have come from hard places and hard lessons that you had to learn. It's almost, I'm hearing a badge of honor. That's what I'm hearing, a badge of honor. So if you've suffered, albeit a divorce, I'm hearing a loss of a child. I'm hearing, if you have suffered, it's almost like wear it like a badge of honor. That is a major feat. You feel me? Hello, everyone. Good morning. Hi, Casey. All right, so we have here, yeah. All right, y'all. I mean, I feel like that had to come out, didn't it? Hello, Gigi. How you doing? That had to come out. I hope that was clear for y'all. I mean, do I get a hand clap? Did that make sense to y'all? Okay, I just want to. That makes sense, right? Okay. So let's go ahead. So yeah, so this is beautiful. It's beautiful. I just want to let you know that. So now we're at a place of surrendering. Surrendering to what? So I'll just ask the question. Hopefully you guys can see I have the light that's shining in right now. But it's this place of surrender now. Okay, so we have Yemiya here asking us to surrender. Okay, so let's just see what that looks like for us to surrender. Clarify. Thank you. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Surrender. And I do want to say surrendering sometimes is very difficult, okay? Especially when you're doing. It's kind of hard to surrender. Wow. And then we have share your thoughts. Now, you know, I'm going to have to go a step deeper because, okay, share your thoughts about what? What y'all holding in? Anybody want to tell me what you holding in? What you not sharing? I mean, who's over here trying to be meek and mild and like, oh, well, I can't say this because I am not, no, I'm lady, hear me roar. I can't say this. I can't express this. I'm a female. I'm a woman. Hear me roar. But yet you're not roaring? Stop that. What thoughts aren't you sharing? Okay? What thoughts aren't you sharing? Oh, thank you, Holy Spirit, ancestors. Oh, your power. So you're not sharing thoughts about your power. I see this. Okay, let's see what else you're not talking about. What is the divine feminine not sharing their thoughts about? What do they need to? Ooh, Lord, y'all saw that? Oh. Okay, a lot came out. So many of you are not sharing your thoughts on your spiritual journey. That was clear as shit, right? That was clear. So how many of you are not sharing what you're going through on your spiritual journey and maybe feel like you're not allowed, or maybe it wouldn't be accepted, or maybe you're afraid of seeming a little woo-woo? Woo-woo-woo-woo. Okay, Marsha. Okay. Let's see what else is coming out. So, I'm hearing you detaching from something here. Okay, detaching from deceit. But I'm also seeing love and money in reverse here too, as well as resting. It's like some of you are attached to some things that, so these are false attachments. I mean, they're attachments, they're illusions. Now, you guys know my perspective on illusions, right? Like a lot of the things, a lot of the perceptions we have in this current society is in essence an illusion. It's a construct that was created to create so-called peace, right? Peace for some, not peace for others. Don't get me started. But so this is really sharing your thoughts about some of these false constructs. So some of your spiritual journeys have brought you to a place where now you feel like it's like it's certain things you've learned, you're woke, but you're not sharing this. So it's like you guys are wearing a mask, but I feel like you're taking that mask off, right? You're taking that mask off, but yet you're not sharing it. It's like y'all not going to work to share this. Okay. Okay, well, let me get advice regarding this situation here specifically, because this is about surrendering to it. It's like y'all are fighting it. I feel like it's like you're fighting your power, fighting your knowledge. It's like you guys have gained so much, you've grown so much, but it's still a battle here. It's still an internal battle due to, and I understand, society and their perception of you demonizing your spiritual growth and all of that. I understand. But what I'm saying is there was a time for that, but this is now the time for you to come together, find those tribes, those people, those communities that empower you rather than demonize you for the gifts and the things that you've learned over this time. Let's see what the advice is. Let's see what the advice is from a divine feminine. Hey. All right, guys. Let's see. Thank you, Holy Spirit, ancestors, angels, and God. Oh, okay. Now they pulling me somewhere else. Oh, they want to give y'all something deep when they pull out this. This is like the no cut. This is like no cut cards. Like this is strictly like they like it is what it is. Okay. I really feel like I have something in my eye again. Okay. I get my lashes done tomorrow, y'all. Excuse me. Do I seem like I look dead a little bit? Like I know I don't see my normal bubbly batting of my eye self. Okay, it's a lot that wants to come out, but I'm going to turn over to, because it's like so much more wants to come out. All right, y'all. I think I'm good. Okay. All right, quite a bit came out. First and foremost that came out from my divine feminines, what came out first was be of service. So by you guys holding this in, see, this is why I had that. And if you guys haven't seen it, definitely go back and watch the video where we were talking about your gifts and how important it is for your gifts to come to the light. This is the time for your gifts to come to the light. This is not the time to hide your gifts. This is not the time to hide your gifts from God. Your gifts, your divine feminine gifts, then the gifts of discernment, intuition, all of this. Many of you are sharing this already, but you're doing it in ways like giving advice to your friends and your family and stuff like that. But I'm talking about a whole nother level. I mean, this is time for all of you to kind of get to work. So it's interesting that the first message that came up for you guys was be of service. So again, they're asking you to share your thoughts about what your growth has been, you know, and I wish I could talk to you guys. I might have to do another Zoom live or something because I love talking to you guys, but because I would love to see what you're doing or what's holding you back. And if you want to share it here, please feel free to do so, to share what's holding you back from sharing your thoughts and being of service to even others about your gifts or explaining even your journey. I'm not even talking about doing what I'm doing. I'm not even talking about going to festivals and having awakening conferences. I'm not even talking about that. I'm not talking about having retreats and all of that. I'm talking about what is stopping you from sharing your spiritual journey with others. Okay, what is that? What is stopping you? And I would love to hear from you guys. What is stopping you? Thank you, guys. You said yes, another Zoom. Yeah, you missed the last one. I know, because I think it was the holiday. Yeah, everybody was with their kids for Halloween. People are so closed-minded. Yes. Yeah, people are very closed-minded, but we can't care about that. Like honestly, it's like, let me tell you what you speaking just a word into somebody's life who is a little more closed-minded than you will do. It will sow a seed. It will sow a seed. My family is not encouraging. Most are not. Mine isn't either. I totally understand. I was in hiding for the longest. So, but through time, through practice, through getting out there more and more, going places where I was accepted, realizing that you're not an alien, although we probably are, but don't get me started there because I'm gonna go there next because we have Starseed cards that I got a new deck of cards, guys. It's my Starseed deck, which is beautiful. I just want to show you that. I just got that over the weekend. I was so pulled to Starseed, and I think I told you guys about the Lumerian deck that I have as well. So both of these are kind of like otherworldly decks when we're gonna go there. I'm gonna go there a little later, but the first message that came out from my divine feminines is being of service, okay? Then we have, what came out second? Everyone has value. Okay, so again, this is recognizing your value. Then abundance came out, okay? Abundance is your right. So, you know, I just want to give you a quick, you know, after I had this little epiphany maybe a few days ago, it was like I went and called my mother and I was like, yeah, because it was like, it was an epiphany I had in regards to how I feel like, because I've always felt like I deserve the best. I always deserve the most expensive shit. I always like beautiful shit. I mean, and my mother never understood it because she was just like, I don't understand how you ended up this way. And she likes nice things too, but her idea of what's nice and my idea of what's nice is two totally different things. I like detail. Like, I like clothes that have a lot of nice detail on them. I like piping, and I like, tailored looks, and it's all these things that I like because it's art to me. I like to dress in so-called arts. So whatever's artistic, I'll be in my African clothes and having them designed specifically for my body with the beautiful colors. All of that to me is artistic. So it's something about me walking around in beautiful fucking arts. Okay. I just like fucking nice shit, period. And she just never understood it. She was like, I don't know where the fuck you got this shit from. But it was like, but it was, to me, it was like, I don't know why you don't like this shit. You know what I mean? So why am I the weird one, So I talked to her and I called her back and I asked her, I was like, I remember like, you or maybe some family members calling me like narcissistic as a fucking child. I'm talking about like 7, 8 years old, like being called narcissistic. And she was like, yeah, like the world revolved around you. And I'm like, it fucking should. I'm a child. This is how I feel, right? So I got confirmation not too long ago that yes, like, of course. I mean, when you feel like you're royalty, it's like, it's so interesting because when you feel like you're royalty and you feel like you're the shit and people look at you like you don't deserve the shit that you deserve, that's where the issue comes into play. So then you start downplaying yourself because you're playing, it's like you start downplaying yourself because it's in essence like you're too big for these people, right? It's like your mindset, your desires, all of that is outside of their understanding. So then you start to play small so you can feel normal. How many of you have done that? How many of you have played small so you can be normal in a relationship? So you can be accepting, so you can be the good little wife, Like, how many times have you been, or this is what a mother should do, that kind of thing. Or taking on the responsibility of the entire family on your back like you are, queen mother. You have all the dinners at your house. Everybody comes to your house for everything. Everything is all about, they're there to, I hate to say it, use you. They're there to walk on you. They're there to accept everything you have to offer. But God forbid you ask for something that they can't have, that they can't give you, or that's beyond them. Now you're selfish. Now you feel me? Like, this is the bullshit. Nah, man. No. Like, this is what we won't do. Okay. Next message. Again, love is your energy. Exactly what I just finished talking about. Love is your energy. So everybody's willing to accept your energy, accept your loving energy, but are they willing to pay for it? Are they willing to put you up on a pedestal, put you on a throne for it? You feel me? Like, come on now. Like, it's like, I'm willing to use you long as it benefits me like this over here, but I'm not willing to reciprocate. I'll be goddamn. No. You said, I see a lot of me's coming through. I see y'all. I see a lot of me's. You said me. I've been feeling. Hi, Kimberly. How you doing? Mean. Wow. I've been feeling like this with my family. Been trying to pull away some. Yeah. And I think it's necessary. Like, I just honestly up and left and went to the beach. Like, I mean, it was like a 3-4 hour drive. I think my drive is more like 2.5, 3 hour drive. But and just up and left. You feel me? So sometimes you just got to roll out. You got to do what's in your best interest. Even if it's not going to the beach or something, you could just go to the hotel around the corner and just be like, look, turn your phone off. I'm gone. Because again, it's this energy to me of the divine feminine being depleted, not having enough, and then when you act like you are thirsty, motherfuckers got the nerve to look at you like you stupid. I got a problem with this shit. Ooh. Oh my God. It's coming up, y'all. Ah, Lord. Y'all have no idea. I got a problem with this shit. I really do. As much as you give, as much as you do, for it not to be reciprocated should be like a jail sentence to me. Like, God forbid it not be reciprocated. Like, that's not right. And then when you look for it to be reciprocated, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I don't know what's going on with my eyelash right now. And then when you look for it to be reciprocated, people looking at you like you done lost your goddamn mind. Fuck you. Fuck you. Okay, this is not for everybody under the age of... But I mean, I just got to keep it honest. I got to keep it real with y'all right now. I mean, I can't. And I got a problem with it because I always have a problem with when people don't. See, I'm just like y'all. I'm just like the mother energy. I can see the hurt in you. I want to protect my divine feminine. But do I do necessarily the same thing for myself? No, this has been a hard struggle for me as well. So I have to sit back and rest and do certain things for myself as well, right? Go to the beach, girl. I'm telling you. Oh, you said I was thinking about moving. Yeah, sometimes you got to do what's in your best interest. Make sure you're not like running because it might be something you need to face. And if it's something that you need to face, then you're going to encounter it wherever you move to. So make sure you close out any cycles you need to close out before you leave. And you might find out you don't have to leave. But maybe it's because you're not speaking your tongue. You holding your peace. Nah, man. Speak. We already saw that plenty of times here. I'm just saying. Okay, so another message for my divine feminine journey. Y'all heard me, divine feminine. Y'all want to be called a divine feminine? Journey within. I am a nurturer by nature, so I always have to check myself. Yes, but see, my thing is, there's nothing wrong with you being a nurturer. You feel me? This is nothing wrong with you being a nurturer. It's a problem when it's not being reciprocated and when you're not holding boundaries so you're not depleted. This is what I'm feeling. Okay, this is the energy that I'm feeling. The energy to me is this energy of needing to block your energy because your energy is valuable, right? Hold up. We already said love is your energy. Yes. So now if everybody is siphoning your energy and you're thirsty, in which I personally believe that a lot of women, even the term thirsty, right? Even that term thirsty, craving something, coming off desperate because you're depleted, because it's not being reciprocated, because no one's giving to you and you're constantly giving. How many of you are fucking angry? You feel me? How many of you are angry? Because the shit ain't being not being reciprocated. So now when your inner child is begging for reciprocation, or your inner child is begging to be loved unconditionally, this, that, and the other, and you're giving love unconditionally, but you're not accepting it, now you're depleted. Take care of yourself, divine feminine. Practice moderation. Take your time. Sometimes we do so much for everybody else that we don't hold a space for ourselves. Do that. Lead by example. Is your last message as it pertains to this goddess. So, Lord. Okay. I feel like that's taking us right into and this was all about surrender. This was all referencing back to Yemiya. Okay. So this was all referencing that. So practice moderation, lead by example, journey within, love is your energy, be of service, everyone has value, abundance is your right. I think y'all need to start acting like it. Do I need to do a challenge? If you guys are here, can you please thumbs up, please? I appreciate it. Do I need to do a challenge, like to make sure you guys do something showing abundance to yourself, like an abundance challenge? Like, you deserve the best shit. You feel me? You said, I hold back a lot. So true. Hello, Polly. How you doing? Had a dream decades ago, told if you give yourself away, you'll leave yourself empty. Damn, I love that. Have worked on not doing that ever since. Yeah. Yeah. I accept that. I accept that. That's a beautiful message. I love that. I'm grateful. Hey, look how you repay me. I'm just saying. Hey. All right, guys. So let's go to the next message. All right. So that was about sharing your thoughts. Surrender. Share your thoughts. Share your experiences, right? So the next message is Durga. So Durga speaks to boundaries. We were just talking about setting boundaries for your best interest, right? Let's just see what messages come through for setting boundaries. Thank you, Holy Spirit, ancestors, angels, and guides. I thank you. All right, what we got here? We have the Magician, all tied up, and then we have healing. Okay. So it came out in reverse, but I feel like healer came upright. So it was magician. This is how it came, right? I don't remember. I think this is how it came, right, guys? When I showed it to you at first. Anybody want to concur? Like, yes, see, anything? Yeah, I think it came upside down. So this is speaking to the magician in the mirror, and then we have all tied up, freeing yourself from this. This is freeing yourself from lack. Again, taking it back to that message of abundance is your right. It's okay for you to be abundant. It's okay for you to think of abundance, to want beautiful things, and to want beauty around you. Like, I mean, beauty around you could be simply painting your walls. Could be doing a mural on your walls. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not no rich bitch shit. Like, you know, I'm not saying you can't be no rich bitch, but I'm just saying, I mean, I got no problem with no rich bitch shit. I like rich bitch. I'm just saying. But what I'm saying is you ain't got to be rich to give yourself the beauty that you deserve or to live the life you really want to live. You know what I mean? Like, I just took a bunch of clothes. I just cleaned out my closet not too long ago, took it to the thrift store. All kind of designer shit, just taking it to the thrift store. You can find designer shit at the thrift store. That's all I can say. But you know, I have a feeling though that some of the people that work there get to the shit first. I'm just saying, I kind of want to go back to see if it's on the racks. I kind of want to go back. Like, did it make it some racks? You know, did my Maximera, did my BCBG? You know, but yeah. But it's a time for healing. This is that time of healing. So. Let me just see what other messages are coming through here. All right, so I'm gonna turn this down a little bit because I don't know if we want to speak this language right now. Hoes not being loyal at this moment in time. Y'all, I have so much fun. I really am having way too much fun with you guys. I love you guys. So yeah, this is that energy of releasing this, like you've been trying to manifest. And I feel like some of you have been struggling in manifesting and you've been holding, like you've been feeling stuck. So it's literally through healing, you then free yourself. Through healing, you free yourself. Isn't that beautiful? So I just heard addressing whatever the issues are. That's how you heal yourself. So against addressing, I just heard projecting. Like people might do this to you. And I'm sure if it's been done to you, you'll know because you're probably doing it to somebody else. You know, when people go off over some basic shit, you know how people just go off over some basic shit and you're just like, I don't like you acting a little like what? I don't really like you're in one of those moments where you're like, I don't think I said that. I think the way you're interpreting it is totally wrong. But that's when people are projecting onto you because you might have said something simple like, go read a book. And they're like, oh, she's trying to say I don't read? Trying to say I'm stupid? Oh, because I didn't go to college like you. Oh. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. You know how people go off on some tangent over some shit that you like, look, I just had this book. I just thought you might want to read it. Like, you know, okay. Okay, so you think you're better than me. You know, you see what I'm saying? I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. That's what I'm talking about. That's projection. So if you do that to other people, I just want to say, if you do this to other people, look and see why you're being triggered. This is how you identify some of these triggers that are coming up. And if somebody's doing it to you, don't take it personally because apparently they have been triggered. I'm just saying, okay? All right, guys. Now I want to take it to the next level. Let me just see what other advice. Okay, so we're done with this here. So I'm going to put these up. This part of the show is exiting stage left. Now I'm about to go into more of the starseed energy, which is an old universal earthly collection energy. Oh, okay. They just reminded me about love. Okay. So I'm going to go to love first for my divine feminine. Give you a message regarding love at this time. When I say at this time, is whenever this reading resonates with you. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, passion. So, I really feel this with like the whole energy, like everything was leading to like this passionate point. passion within. This doesn't have to be with a mate. This can be with a mate. Don't get it twisted. I'm just saying. Ow. I'm just saying. Get it, get it, get it. But what I'm saying is this level of passion. Like all of this leads you, because sometimes have you ever been in relationships where you're so like you want to block off that other person, but you end up blocking off other people too? You feel me? So by you trying to block this person, you've closed off your heart and you blocked everyone out. So you meant to just block off that person because maybe they weren't treating you well or whatever it was, but now your heart is actually blocked. So now it's like, to me, this is about opening that up. Healing that part of you. What made you close them off in the first place? What was that? I want to ask you guys this question, like, what was it that made you close your heart off? What was it? And if you don't know if your heart is closed, anybody know if their heart is closed right now? If you don't know if your heart is closed, then just tell me your situation. I'll let you know if it's closed off or not. Or just briefly. Don't write no book here. Just briefly, like a 2-liner, like what you think, But if you close off your heart now or at another time, just share it here so other people can see that as well. Like just examples of when you cut off your heart and you're like, oh, damn, I did shut off my heart. Like, I know I didn't talk to somebody for months. It was because I was so angry and I was so headstrong, and I was like, look, I'm never going to talk to them again, or not right now, or not until I'm healed, or not until I was just so headstrong. And God came down to me one day and was like, call them. I was like, for what? Like, I have these conversations. I don't know if y'all have these conversations. I have these conversations and I'm like, for what? I get indignant with my shit. I just want y'all to know sometimes I get right indignant. For what? For what? Huh? How many of y'all did that? I'm just saying. After what? After what? Make me. I wish you would. You have these conversations with God like, nah, man. I wish you would. Make me. I bet you can't make me. Like, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just saying, how many of y'all got indignant? No, good way you're supposed to call that person, or it was laid on your heart, or it was something that was like, or a dream. You hadn't heard from that person in like months or weeks or whatever, and now you had a dream about them. Now, I wasn't going to do it. Now, eventually I did it because, literally, it got to the point where I was going back and forth with God, like my spirit guides, like they were like so on me to where they brought tears to my eyes. And they were showing me how that person needed this so badly. And it was like, and they were telling me not to judge them. I'm high priestess and all, I'm elevated and shit, but I'm just saying. He said, I don't really know, but the manipulation got me messed up. So now it's like an issue with trusting, Gigi. That's what it is. It sounds to me like there's an issue with trusting, like opening your heart back up because you fear additional manipulation, right? Okay, now what I just heard with the manipulation piece, it's something about your belief system. It's about you believing them. I also just heard not listening to your intuition as well. So like at the core of it is not trusting yourself. I just want to tell you that. The core of it is you not trusting yourself. So when somebody tells you something, people can manipulate you only as long as you allow them to manipulate you. And what I mean by that, I'm not saying that you're saying manipulate me like I'm looking for abuse. What I'm saying is you guys have such a discerning spirit and you don't use it. That's what I'm talking about. You have an intuition, an abundance of love in your heart. That is your energy. Your energy is to see truth. You feel me? Like, if you wasn't here in this physical body, the other world that we came from, that we all descend, our souls are originators from source, is through feeling. We're not communicating. Your words are an illusion. Words that come out of people's mouths are more of an illusion than You know, I was in a class about communication some years ago, and I've heard this multiple times since then, where they talk about communication is like 3 or 4 parts. It's many parts to communication, like your language, your nonverbal communication, which can mean a lot of things, but your tone, all these different things. But it was like a small percentage of your communication actually came from the words out of your mouth. Okay, so remember that when you're listening to someone and they're telling you something and you're listening to what they have to say over what you're actually feeling, what you're actually seeing, what you're actually, your heart is telling you. And if there's some level of confusion, a battle of back and forth, or some level of confusion, anxiety, all of that, that means you're not at peace. That means your heart's not at peace. That means you need to go the other way. What they are saying you doesn't jive with the truth. Your heart is telling you so. Listen. I see we had another message here. You said, I was so closed off because of the constant disappointments, and now I'm slowly becoming more open. It's a process. Absolutely. No, it's definitely a process. So I just heard for you trusting yourself again. Like it's again that trusting of yourself, because what has happened and what this disappointment, one is it stems from this level of this belief that you have that okay, they just said belief system, period. So your disappointment's coming in because you were taught that things were supposed to be a certain way. I mean, how many of y'all were taught that something was supposed to be a certain way, and then you got into the world and you like, this shit ain't like the fairy tales, this shit ain't like Cinderella, this shit ain't like Snow White, this shit ain't like, Ariel, look, Ariel, this ain't like what you learned. This is not what your grandparents taught you. Oh, get married and everything will be fine and have your children. It's, oh, you just got to get married first and don't have children. Oh, you got to do this and your family be fine. I mean, it's like it's like this bullshit. Like everybody sold you a pack of lies, and then you go out to the real world and you're like, it's like that. So you just lied. So Santa don't really exist. I mean, hopefully y'all have no kids watching this. So Santa really does not come down my chimney. So you just lied. Really? You felt the need to do that to me? So it's almost like that. Like, but I mean, I know they did it all out of love. Right? I mean, I know it was all out of protection, love. God forbid you actually know what the real world looks like. But yeah. All right, guys, I'm trying to clean up and talk at the same time because I want to get to this deeper message that I really came here to give you guys. Although I feel like that message was deep enough, so I feel like I did my job. I really could go now. Can I go now? Or do I need to finish? I feel like I need to finish. But let me go ahead over to this other deck real quick. I wanted you to see the new Starseed Deck. I've been pulling, this really gave me a lot of beautiful imagery in here and great messages. So I want to get advice for the Divine Feminine as to where you are right now. Advice for my Divine Feminine. Thank you, Holy Spirit, ancestors, angels, and God. Okay, they're telling me to pull this other one out first. Okay, they're telling me to pull this one out. I started working with this one last week for you guys and doing an exercise with you. So they're asking me to pull this one out for you first. The Beyond Lumerian the Lumerian deck. Thank you. I didn't miss any comments, did I? Hello, love. How you doing? Hey, Alessandra. Okay, stepping through. All right, guys. I'm gonna put this message up, and I want you to just stare at it for a little bit because I already see. I tell me what you guys feel when you see this. I know how I feel when I see it, but Stepping through, guys. This is what this is. Stepping through. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? You said you see joy. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me tell you what I'm seeing. So again, I'm seeing this portal. Remember I told you about this heart portal? Openness, yes. I feel like this heart chakra portal opening up. So you guys need to expect that. This overwhelming sense of love. Overwhelming sense of love. Like it's a love that you almost feel like you need to put back into put the cap back on. It's almost like if I let this out, what's going to happen to me? I need to close that off again. That's part of why we choose to close off our love too. Because it's like, this is so magnanimous. What am I going to do with this love, this abundance of love? Ooh, this is beautiful. Stepping through. What else do you guys see? Messages. This is stepping through a portal. This is my divine feminines. I'm telling y'all, this is what you're feeling right now. Look at that. The emotions you have, this is the universe. Like the lotus is it's similar to like a mandala. Like you'll see a mandala symbols, which is a universal symbol. And it's like you're stepping through that. And this one is too. So look at that. Look at the explosion of your heart. Look at that. Openness, grounding, joy, messages, crown chakra, transformation. The bird brings forth messages. But look at all of that all around. But look at all of these little bubbles here. I just heard lifetimes. Damn. Damn. Like these are all the different lifetimes. Y'all wouldn't believe what I just did just now. I just went like this. I was trying to blow it up. I was like, let me see. I was like, I really want to see it closer. Like, let me look. Let me go like that. Yes, beautiful transformation coming up out of darkness. Beautiful. Beautiful. They wanted me to show you this one first. So this speaks to stepping through. Let me just see if there is a mantra or if there is a message associated with this. Wow. Okay. The message is the time is now. No more excuses or tomorrows. Whatever you have been putting off, the universe is now pushing you to make it happen. You may feel a little outside your comfort zone, but that is where the magic happens. Take a leap. Combine your intuition with a plan of action, break it down, and trust the puzzle will come together piece by piece through the courage act of making a start. Through the courage and act of just simply making a start. Just take one step. Okay? No wonder why they told me to go here first. Make that one step, guys. I mean, this whole message has been about opening up, like a whole new level of awakening for my divine feminines. Like, it's time for you to speak about your journeys. It's time for you to speak about it. And again, just send me an email, gracefulhealingretreat@gmail.com. And if I get enough people, even if I just get 2 people, I'm okay with that, and we could do a Zoom where you can kind of talk about your energy, talk about your experience. So you don't feel so alienated when you're talking about what you've gone through. A lot of us don't want to talk to our families or people around us because they may not be on that same path as us. But what I want to make clear to you is it's no more time for hiding. There's no more time for hiding. So you can start off with someone like us, right? Where we can come together and you can have, a quick listening ear, or you can continue to hide. But Spirit is making it very clear. It's no more time for hiding, and you're being pushed. So if you're being pushed, email me. If you're feeling the pressure, you know how they say about diamonds, you feel the pressure, the pressure to create a diamond is deep. But anyway. All right. Well, that was that message. Let's go over. Now, can I go to my Starseed deck? I'm just saying. I've been wanting to go over here. You said transformation. Okay. She's transferring and becoming a whole new. Beautiful. Yes, absolutely. A whole new. So everything that you're afraid of that's holding you back because you're afraid of stepping into the light, because you may be afraid of stepping into your purpose for fear of other people's. I just need you to know you're protected. Like, I'm going to challenge you guys. Go tell one person about your spiritual journey. One person that you haven't told already. One person. And if you really want to heal, let me tell you what you do. You go tell the one person you know that's going to talk shit. You can take steps, but if you want to jump, if you want to leap to your healing, go tell that one person you know that's going to deny you, demonize you, whatever. Face it. Face them now. I trust me. It won't be as bad as you think. It may be a journey, a small journey for some of you. Some of you, I'm hearing, it may be a journey. Like, you may have to deal with it for a little while, but then it'll be over. It's like the sun will come in the morning kind of thing. But you would have overcome it. Some of you will be quicker because you're going to realize that that's their person's issue. You're going to be like, oh, please. Like, you got the nerve. Let them say spew their negativity at you and listen to who they really are. Listen to why they're really scared. Listen to why you stepping into your power makes them look bad. That's what you're going to hear. You're going to hear fear. So again, if you really want to heal, confront the person you hate to confront the most. It's just a quick. I'm just telling you, it's just a quick. And come back, email me, tell me, leave a comment below, and let me know how it went. Okay. You said definitely she's definitely being pushed. Okay. So if you're being pushed, then absolutely reach out. Let's do a Zoom. Let's talk about how you're being pushed. And then I can give you advice, And then because let me make it clear to you, when I do these Zooms, there are women on these Zooms that can also give you advice. It's not just me. Like, they're also speaking into your life and helping you as well. You can accept it or not accept whatever they're bringing to the table for you, but most likely it's going to resonate with you. And if it resonates with you, you do something with it. If it doesn't resonate with you right now, just place it on a holding table until it comes up and you be like, oh, this is what they meant. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Angels and guides. What message? I feel like I've been clearing like this whole time. Like, I don't know what's going on right now. All right, let's see. Thank you. My divine feminine. The message you have for them here to release to this journey, this message. Dang, y'all. This is taking a long time. I mean, y'all not ready? Y'all not ready over there? Are y'all not ready? I need to know if y'all ready. I need to see some ready. I'm ready. Because y'all may not be ready. I mean, it may not be ready for y'all to hear this. I need to know if y'all ready. Ready? Are y'all ready? I don't see. Y'all ready? Are you, Polly? I don't know. Are you, Marsha? You said, I stay ready. Ali Saja, you said, did you just say email me and let my... I'm telling you. Okay, let's see. They ready. Let's see. Let's see, Autumn. Let's see, Alessandra. Let's see what's up. right. Sheesh. Why y'all trying to put me to work? All right. Beautiful. Okay. The Courageous Peony. And then we got, beautiful. You're not for everyone. OMG. Whew, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Because I'm going to give y'all the messages associated with this. Y'all ready to see it? Multifaceted, unique in nature, let yourself be seen. Damn. That's why I said y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all hiding. Y'all hiding like shit. Spirit is saying, let yourself be seen. Look at that. Beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? Let yourself be seen. I'm going to look for the affirmation associated with this one too. The next message here is, well, hold up. This is the Courageous Peony. The Courageous Peony. So let me just give you the question to ask yourself. When we get this message, this is the question you need to ask yourself. How are you being called to allow yourself to be more visible and seen to the world? Flowers don't open and close according to who walks by. They embrace all of what they are and show it to the world around them. The peony does not try to compete with the cherry blossom, and the cherry blossom doesn't try to compete with the tulip. They own what they are and trust the timing of their true nature. You're being called to do the same. So I'm going to ask y'all one more again. How are you being called to allow yourself to be more visible and seen to the world? How are you being called? You don't need to be like me. You don't need to be like her. You don't need to be like none of them. Everybody here, you don't need to be like the people next door. You don't need to be like the people in your family. How are you being called? You said, I need to come out of hermit mode for sure. But I love the message of a flower opens up for everyone to see, not for select few based on who comes by or not. I just heard who is drowning. Who is drowning? Because you can't be seen, because you're afraid to show yourself. Who is drowning in perceptions of you? I just also heard the shadow side too, drowning in the shadow parts of you. So another reason why they're asking you to come up and to speak up and to be who you authentically are is because some of you are drowning. So we all have a shadow part of ourselves, right? Which we can start to excavate, clear, bring to the light so we can now heal it. Some of you are drowning in your shadow, drowning in what people don't see, drowning. And it's not really about people. Fuck people. I ain't even saying that. It's not about, you don't even want to see it. It's that deep. It's not even about, some of you, it's not even about other people seeing it. It's about you don't even want to see it. You don't even want to accept it yourself. So I see why you're hiding. That makes sense. That means you got a little more work to do. Because now you have to work on yourself acceptance of that shadow part of you, then you can show it to others, right? But it's like you can't show, I just feel this energy of not even wanting to see it. It's like you're ashamed. I feel like shame. I feel shame and guilt for what you're hiding. And it seems like you need to let it be, shine light on it. That's what shadow work is. It's about shining light on what you've hidden. Because, you know, your shadow is the dark side. Just look at your own shadow, right? You don't ever pay attention to your shadow, but when the light comes down, if the light is on you, you don't see your shadow. When you are shining light on who you are, on you, your shadow is not seen. But when you get the light from this aspect, you're going to see the shadow over there. So, but when you get full light on the top of you, you don't see the shadow because the shadow is under your feet, right? So it's really about seeing all parts of you. So once you see all parts of you, then your shadow, in essence, could dissipate because now you shed light on it. But it doesn't really have to go away. It just needs to be acknowledged, accepted. What parts of you are you not accepting? I knew we was going to go deep when we came here, but you know. All right, y'all ready for the next one? The next message was, you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. But you know why I like this so much? This is so beautiful. You are not for everyone. Everyone's not meant to be in your atmosphere. Everyone's not meant to enjoy your loving energy. You are not meant for everyone. Oh, I mean, I'm about to get motherly right now. You know, this is how I talk to my daughter. You are not meant for everyone. You are too special. But it's like almost like you want to be special, but you want to be normal too. You're like, but if I'm normal, then I can go do this stuff over here. I can be accepted by others, all while not accepting yourself. Is it more important to be accepted by others than to accept yourself? I just want to pose that question. How many of you are so concerned about being accepted by others that you can't even accept yourself? That you refuse to accept yourself because you'd rather be accepted by others? I felt like I said that wrong, but I feel like I still said it right. You feel me? I'm just saying, y'all. I'm going to show this to y'all one more again. You are not for everyone. So those people who cannot accept you for who you are, go confront them and then tell them to kiss your ass. Because they don't deserve to be in your presence anyway. You feel me? Like, all right, guys. I thought that was beautiful. Let me see what messages, what question they are posing for you here. Let's see another question that you may want to just think about for yourself. So let me just give you more message in regards to this. The world is filled with people who, no matter what you do, just won't like you. But it's also filled with those who love you fiercely. They are the people. Isn't that beautiful? You're not for everyone, and that's okay. Talk to the people who can hear you. I learned a long time ago, they said, you know, especially when I got into business, don't try to convince other people to buy your product. Like, no, you don't need to convince people who are not into your product to be into your product. Just talk to the people who are into your product. You know, like, you don't have to try to convince someone. Like, I was into like natural healing herbs and all this other stuff, but a lot of people don't give a fuck about herbs and natural healing, even when it comes to natural birthing. Like, I used to like talk to my face was blue. Like, no, please choose a natural birth. Get yourself a, you know, girl, I want to say a mermaid. Get yourself a midwife, you know. I really felt like saying, get yourself a mermaid. Okay, some of y'all might need to hear this. Get yourself a mermaid, okay? Maybe some of y'all got mermaids around you. This message specifically is for you, okay? So the point is like given, the point was, you know, I was talking to, I was blue in the face, but so many people are, their mentalities are so like, no, I need to be in a hospital because it's this fear that's been built up around births outside the hospital, right? Or you're afraid of something may happen, you know, may happen. I was about to say may happening. Let me go get some rest, y'all. But no, but that's kind of what it is. You may be fearing because this is like the level of fear, especially in Western society around birthing and natural birthing, right? But those people who are very knowledgeable, understanding, and who have done the research realize that natural birthing is safer than a lot of hospital births and what they end up doing to you and all of that and not being able. If you do the research, it's. But I used to talk till I was blue in the face to every woman I knew that was pregnant, and these are friends of mine, family, all of that. And it was so interesting that the ones who really listened were ones that was not family, loved ones, or friends. They were total strangers or people I worked with or something like that who had the same mindset as me. It wasn't hard to convince them or to tell them where to go, where they could go to get a nice midwife, or to tell them where they could go to get some natural birthing things to get prepared or what class you should go to. And then I started creating my own class because I was like, okay, bet. I mean, I learned first through another natural birthings, and then I created my own. So all of that to say, you're not for everyone. You don't have to convince people to be down with your cause. There's people who are already down with your cause. Just go find them. So a lot of times it may not be your family members and friends because they're bringing up Jesus now. Oh Lord. Okay. So Jesus, you know, from where he came from, they didn't believe in him. He went all over. People were all over believing in him. But where he came from and when he went back home, they're like, oh, it's just Jesus. You know, oh, it's just, you know, but he had done so many miraculous things all over, away from his home. And then when he comes home, they still look at him like the little boy that left, right? Or the little engine that could, you know? And it's just not the same level of respect. So again, go find your tribe. I personally think we reincarnate down here knowing that, you know, we're going to be around people that are not like-minded. And then as time goes, we slowly, as we open ourselves up to who we really are, we slowly attract, receive, obtain the right people for us. Certain people come into your life and you just feel like they're kindred spirits and you're like, oh yes, you know, like finally, where have you been all my life? You know, it's some of my girlfriends that's been in my life all my life. And then there's some girlfriends that's come later on in life. And I'm like, my soul sister, you know, it's like it's instantaneous. So, all right, guys, I think I'm about to head on out. Oh, no, did I give you guys the message? Hold up. Okay, so let me give you the message. I'm about to get out of here, though. As you see, I'm already exiting stage left. So the question for this message is, again, this is for you're not for everyone. You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. How can you embrace your weirdness and not care so much about what other people think? I'm going to say it one more time. How can you face your weirdness and not care about what other people think? You feel me? Like, because everybody ain't for you. It's not meant for everybody to be in your life. Everybody's not meant to feel your loving, beautiful energy. Everybody's not allowed to feel your joy, your heart, your empathy, your loving energy, to be in your presence. That's why I talk so much about your value and your currency. What is your value? What is your currency? That's what I'm talking about here. And if you don't know your currency, if you don't know your value, then you will pay anybody for your services. Ain't that some shit? Damn, that's some deep shit right there. I just said some deep shit. You will pay somebody else for your services because you don't know the value of your own shit. You're paying somebody else to be in your presence. You're paying someone else to love you when you're the one giving all the abundance of love. You feel me? Damn. That was some deep shit. I feel like I want to own that, but I feel like that came from above, so that's what's up. y'all. So how can you embrace your weirdness and not care about what people think? This message speaks to you being called to embrace your uniqueness, to own your weirdness, to let the world see who you really are, to reveal your multifaceted, multidimensional nature, not to dim your light according to who is in your presence, to own all parts of you. Okay, to own, oh, hold up, to own all parts of yourself so that your people, the ones who are the same kind of weird as you, can recognize you when your paths cross. So if you're denying yourself, I mean, this is very clear, right? If you're denying who you are, how are you going to recognize? That's why I said, once you open up your heart and you're being authentic, you're going to gravitate. People are going to come to you that'll like you. But if you're hiding who you are, like it was a friend I had, that was very, she would always look at me like, for fear of being exposed, almost like, it was like she was, and I'm like, what? You know, but she would always be afraid of what she was doing, that I would see what she was doing, almost like I could hear her thoughts. Like she was like, and I would be like, you weird acting mother, but you know, I love her to death, right? And so, but I think she's more like me, but she's hiding herself so much. You see what I'm saying? It's almost like she didn't want me to recognize her crazy. She didn't want me to recognize her weird. And I'm like, your weird match my weird. Your crazy match my crazy. Like, we good. And so, and I'm confident with my goodness, right? So I'm like, we good. We dapping. You know, like, and I have no problems with her, but she's so busy hiding that when I fully came out, she was out. When I fully came out, it was like, oh shit, you doing too much now. And I understood, and I was like, okay. And then she wanted to tell other people, like, oh my God, look at what but she's exactly like me. But she's hiding it. It's like my sister. She's like me, but she's hiding it. She will call you a liar in a heartbeat. She'll call you a liar in a heartbeat. What? I said that? No, I didn't. Nah, I'm good. I'm a good church going woman. I don't do shit like that. That's witchcraft. No, you mistaken me for somebody else. I didn't tell you that shit. You know, so people will do that. And personally, I find it to be hilarious. So I'm just saying, you can't worry about those people. And it's almost like I was like, but I knew she was hiding, right? So I was like, so I'm not gonna call you out. Like, and she wanted to dabble in it, but I just went all in. I was like, you can dabble all you want, put your little toe in. I'm gonna slam I'm just gonna, what is it called? Cannonball into this bitch. I'ma just cannonball into it. Like while you putting your toe in the pool in the shallow end, I'ma cannon my ass on over on the deep end. You know, I'll see you later, you know? But it's all good. Because again, you gotta be, because I mean, the way we are, we're empathetic anyway. That's just their journey. That's what they're going through. You never know what they went through earlier on in life to where they really was shunned from this belief, you know? You know what I mean? Like, you never know what they went through to where it's so hard for them to now come out or to be who they really are. You see what I'm saying? So I don't judge. Not people like me. Let me put it that way. I don't judge that. I mean, I really shouldn't judge anybody. Should, whatever. Anyhow. But I ain't got no judgment towards you, not to my feminine. I actually have a lot of, you know, it's almost remorse. Like, I almost kind of feel bad for you. Like, hopefully at some point you won't feel the need to hide. And you can come out and enjoy your life too, because I'm free. You're in bondage. I'm liberated. You still trying to figure it out. You're still in bondage because you're afraid of what other people will think. And that was the message. What are you afraid to do because you're afraid of what other people will think? Hey. All right, y'all. I think it's time for me to make a exit stage left. Is there anything else y'all need? Did y'all have any questions? Y'all good? I think I'm about to get out of here and go eat, feed myself, do something for myself, love on myself. Hey. Go buy myself some flowers because my flowers are dying now. I need to go buy some new fresh flowers. Trying to see what else I need. But yeah. I love you guys. If you haven't already, please thumbs up. I appreciate appreciate it. Damn. If y'all don't mind, a sister appreciates it. Thank you. Thumbs up, please, before y'all leave. I'm about to leave. All right, you're welcome. You're welcome, guys. I appreciate you too. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Love you. Bye.